Hello, people. It's Hacks.
Taro, what the hell? Hello, peoples? What the hell?
They're people.
Fair enough. Anyway, welcome to our top 5 Final Fantasy games. As always, our top 10s or 5s are 100% opinionated. If you have a different opinion, please leave it in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get on to it.
My number 5 is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the beginning of 7s, like the prequel?
Yeah.
Thing? Okay.
Where you play
me personally, I have not played a lot of Final Fantasy, and you know that. So I'm not 100% sure on a lot of stuff.
Where you play as Zack and learn the origins of the Buster Sword and why Sephiroth wants to kill everyone. And
how the hell do they lift the sword?
They're strong. Look at that bicep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Interesting.
My number 5 is Final Fantasy Tactics A2 Grimoire of the Rift. Long ass title. I was like, I don't know. I was young. I don't remember when it came out. It was just a Game Boy game, or DS game, I think. And I played it. I liked it. It was fun. You know, it's one of the few that I've actually done a good playthrough of.
My number 4 is Final Fantasy IV.
That was me smacking him. That was me smacking him.
It's a good game. Good characters. Don't like how high level you start off at the beginning.
Yeah, but when you get towards the end, you have to be like 90.
It's fun, but no. It's
not
my favorite, and that's why it's number 4.
Well, I'll leave my opinions till later. I found that around like 4 was 4.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Dissidia Final Fantasy, the first one. Well, Pax is the one that got me into it, and I like it.
More of a actiony style.
Well, yeah, you get to the fighting, you get to see a side of the characters. It's pretty good. I like it. We currently play it against each other. We plan to do a versus, maybe.
I'm dominating.
Yeah, shut up. I'm not that good at it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I play with a controller, and he plays with his keyboard.
I still destroy.
That's just weird.
Well, I don't have a controller to play with.
I could get you one.
I don't mind keyboard. It's better, actually, in my opinion.
Alright, anyway.
My number 3 is Final Fantasy 1. The first one, obviously. I like the SNES one. The music's great.
Personally, I like the GBA remake.
Yeah, but
that's just me. I don't like playing
the SNES one. It was ridiculously difficult.
Well, that's the point. Final Fantasy
missed 3/4 of the time.
Final Fantasy is supposed to be hard.
And I'm currently playing it, as you can see. And episode 2 is the awesome voice of painting items.
And he didn't die!
Yeah.
My number 3 is FF7 Dirge of Cerberus. That's the one where he plays Vincent Valentine. You just go around, you're a badass, you shoot shit, you go all demonic. It's fucking awesome. Playing on the PS2, I love it.
My number 2 is Final Fantasy 2. Just like
that has got to be the weirdest level up system in the game.
It's just completely how you want it. You get
I know. I
understand
that,
and it's awesome.
I understand that, and I like that. I'm just saying it's got to be the weirdest system I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
But you level up each weapon type and each spell. It's awesome.
I know it's
difficult
complete
to keep track of.
Customization, which is awesome. I like how the characters have predetermined names, sort of. And how they have their own story. Like the characters are much more engageable than in Final Fantasy 1.
Well, because in 1 you're just 4 people's crystals.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I got a crystal, you want to touch it? My number 2 is Final Fantasy 7. Nothing else to say. It's arguably the best one.
Then why is it number 2?
Well, I mean, like according to like actual reviewers and stuff. My personal opinion is number 2, just because I played this one after I played my number 1. But I still liked it. And Sephiroth is just badass.
And my number 1 is Final Fantasy 7, because it's awesome. The graphics are ridiculous for its time. The cutscenes.
For the time, yes. It's like when Zelda Ocarina of Time was first introduced. That was the first game with 3D graphics. It was scary, but it worked. Look how well it did.
Yeah. And
same with number 7. Like, comparing to now, graphics are shit.
Yeah.
That's a terrible game, graphics wise. But back then, this was like, holy shit, this is real.
And then Sephiroth's final attack takes up a whole disk of memory, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Fun fact, it was originally meant for the N64, but the cartridge could not hold it.
I have a fun fact
Required.
about my number one as well.
Awesome. But the cartridge didn't have enough memory space, and I've just put lots of hours into it, and it's so hard to get completed,
It's lots of fun.
and very shocking at some points. Dun dun dun.
My number one is Final Fantasy IV. Arguably, I like it the most because when I was a little kid, I got a Game Boy Advance around the time Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire came out, and I saw Final Fantasy IV. It had Cecil and Kane and Rosa on the cover. I'm like, I've heard good things about Final Fantasy. I thought I'd give it a try, and I fucking loved it. Characters were engaging. Like, I hurt when characters died. But then at the end, everybody but Tella comes back, and you're like, oh, hey.
Spoiler alert.
Whatever. Fun fact, Final Fantasy IV was actually supposed to be Final Fantasy II on the SNES. Dun, dun, dun.
My honorable mentions are the Final Fantasy Dissidia, because I like the action-based of it, and it's fun. And I like how you
It's
get
just
to play as the
fun.
main characters for most. I kind of wish they would have included more characters.
Some of
like
them are
the
hard
second
to
one,
do.
But
I like how Cecil switches, though.
Yeah.
I like how he's not just stuck with one.
indeed. And I also have Final Fantasy Tactics, the War of the Lines, because it's fun, job-based, not really any
The
minor
tactics
job-based.
games really give you a good perspective.
Yeah, I like that kind of
The job-based ones.
strategy type thing that comes with the tactics. And yeah,
That's a strategy game. I'm not a giant fan of it, but it worked. My honorable mentions are the first two, because they're... I've played them. I didn't give them a good long playthrough like Hacks would have, because I was only like, 10? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I like them. They're good. They're fun. And they're a good way to ease into the series. If you're like me and you would...
unless you play on the SNES, in that
Yeah,
case,
if
you're
you're
gonna
like me
die.
and you want a somewhat easier, well not easier, but like a smoother, simpler way into it, try the GBA versions you can get. That's called Final
Dawn of
Fantasy Dawn of
Souls.
Souls. It's just the first two games on a 1 GBA cartridge.
Yeah.
Which is currently what we're using to play the first two.
Yeah.
When we play the second one.
Yeah.
But anyway, this has been Hacks and Zorro.
And we hope you enjoyed our top 5 Final Fantasy games.
And as always, enjoy yourselves.
Very much so. And our next top 10 will be a surprise.